today's session, that is 15th of April shift 1. If there is a student in our live chat who, sir, please show the live chat. So if there is a student in our live chat who has written the paper today in the morning shift, please let us know what is your analysis, what is your take related to the paper. So what are your observations in the paper of the JEE Mains of the 15th April shift 1? So here we can see that many of the students have joined this live session, and as soon as I'll be having 10 to 15 students in this live session, so I'll be starting with the discussion of the questions and their solutions. So students, can you please help me out? Please let me know if you are live into this session. Please let me know about it. Just post the comment, say yes, hello, hi, good morning, good evening, anything, good afternoon. So please put some comments in the comment section so that we can have the interaction first of all, and then we'll be starting with today's session. Okay. Now I cannot see like no one is putting the comment in the comment section. Why is this so? Why are you not putting the comment in the comment section? I just want to know about it. Okay, so here we can move ahead for the paper discussion, and let us start with the very first question of the mathematics. This was a question in the mathematics that has been asked in the examination of the JEE Mains of 15th of April. So here is the first question. There are 5 black. See, there are 5 black. There are 3 white balls in a bag. A die is rolled. We need to pick the number of balls appearing on the die. Suppose you get a number 1 on the die, so you'll pick number of balls as 1. Suppose you have 2 number on the dice, you'll pick 2 balls. Suppose you have 3 number on the dice, you'll pick 3 balls. If you have 4 number on the die, you'll pick 4 balls. If you have 5 number on the die, you'll pick 5 balls. And if you have 6 number on the die, you'll pick 6 balls. So here in this particular situation, they're asking us find the probability that the all balls are white. So the maximum white balls that are available here is 3 white ball. So that means if you are getting a number 4 on the die, you won't be able to pick 4 white balls. If you are having a 5 number on the dice, you won't be able to pick up 5 balls of the white color. And if you have 6 number on the die, you won't be able to pick up 6 number of white balls, because the total number of white balls that are available is 3 balls. So if I talk about the bag, this is the configuration of the bag. In the bag there are 5 black ball and there are 3 white ball. Alright, so in this particular case we need to consider the cases. So very first case is if we have got 1 on the die. So if we have got 1 on the die, we'll be writing the probability of 1 into probability of all white into probability of all white when we have got 1. When we have got 1. In the same way, we'll be writing the probability of getting 2 and probability of all white if we need to draw 2 balls, and we can write probability of 3 and probability of all white if we need to draw 3 balls. Now if there is a number 4 on the die, we won't be able to get 4 white balls. Okay, so in that case getting all the white balls will be 0. Probability of getting all the white balls will be 0, because in that case the probability of occurrence of all 4 white balls will be 0, because there are 3 white balls here. Okay, now what is the probability of 1? It will be 1 by 6. Now probability of all white. So out of the 3 white I am selecting 1 white, 3C1, and out of the total 8 balls I am selecting 1. So this is the probability of all white. So all white means probability of 1 white. So basically you roll a die, and on the die you get 1. After you get a 1, you will be actually drawing 1 ball from it, and that 1 ball should be white. So that 1 ball should be white will be 3C1 upon 8C1. Suppose you get a number 2 on the dice. So number 2 has a probability 1 by 6. Now you will be taking out 2 balls from the bag, and these 2 balls should be white. So that means it will be 3C2 will be favorable number of cases and 8C2 will be the total number of cases. Now you get a number 3 on the die. Probability of getting a number 3 on the die will also be 1 by 6, and now you will be drawing 3 balls, and these 3 balls should be white. So probability of all 3 white balls will be 3C3 upon 8C3. So the sum of all these 3 quantities will give us the final answer. Guys, are you all able to understand how we got the answer? Say yes or no in the comment section. So this was a bag given to you. This is probability of 1 into probability of all white. Given we need to draw 1 ball. This is probability of 2, probability of all white, given we need to draw 2 balls, and this is probability of 3, probability of all white, given you need to draw 3 balls. So these are the probability, these are the options given here. You need to simplify this expression and just let us know what should be the answer coming here. This is the calculation part. 3C1 is 3, 8C1 is 8. 3C2 will be 3 into 2 upon 2. So it will be 3, and 8C2 will be 8 into 7. 8 into 7 upon 2. So that will be 28. 3C3 will be 1, 8C3 will be 8 into 7 into 6 upon 3 factorial, that is 6. So 8 into 7, 56, 8C3 will become 56. So in this way you will be simplifying it and you will be able to reach the final answer. I hope you understood the concept that is being used here. Now I am just going ahead for the next question. Here we go for the next question. Just a minute. All right. So here I am just taking the second question. Now we have the second question from the statistics. This is a question from the statistics, okay? And these type of questions have already been asked in various shifts before also. So let us start with the discussion of this question and then we'll be moving ahead. All right. So this is the very first question that we have, and this is a question in which the mean and the variance of 15 observations is 20. So basically we have the mean is x bar is 20. Now the variance is 64, the mean and the variance of 15 observation, that means number of observations will be 15. Okay, so it's 20 and 64 respectively. If 55 is wrongly read as 40, so basically what they are asking for, 55 is wrongly read as 40. So instead of, we actually need to take this 55, but we have taken 40 as one of the observations. Then the correct variance is what? So the very first thing is, let us write the incorrect mean first of all. Incorrect mean is given to us in the question itself, and that is equals to 20. So this incorrect mean will be equals to summation of xi upon number of observations. Now summation of xi we don't know, but we know the number of observation, that is 15, and this incorrect mean is given to us as 20. So here I am just taking this 15 to the right hand side. 20 into 15 will become 300. So we got the value of sigma xi. This sigma xi is also incorrect data. Okay, this sigma xi is also incorrect data, and this is equals to 300. Now I want to get the value of the correct sigma xi. So in this correct sigma xi, what we will be doing? So instead of 55, we have taken 40. That means extra sum 15 was required. So we need not to take 40, but we need to take 55. So that means the correct sigma xi will be the difference of these two quantities, that will be 315. Now what should be the correct mean? If I want to get the value of the correct mean, that will be summation of xi and number of observation will remain same. So this will give me a value that is 21. So initially the mean was given to you as 20, but the correct mean is 21. Now let us write the value for variance. Do you know guys what is the value of the variance? This is the incorrect variance that I am writing. Sigma xi ka square upon n minus mean square. So here I will be writing the incorrect data. Incorrect variance was 64 and sigma xi square we don't know about it, and this is equals to 15. N is 15. Now the incorrect mean was 20, so I am writing 20 over here. Now let us just simplify this. So here we have minus 400. I'll take this 400 here. It will become plus 400. This will become 464. This is sigma xi square and this is being divided by 15. I hope this is also clear to you. Now I want to get the value of sigma xi square. So if I want to get the value of sigma xi square, so that will be equals to 464 into 15. 464 into 15. I hope you are able to understand up till this step. Once you are able to understand how we got the value of sigma xi square, now we will be working upon, this is the incorrect data of sigma xi square. Now we want the correct data of sigma xi square. So if I want to write the value of the correct sigma xi square, so in that case what I will do, this is 464 into 15 is the incorrect data. In this incorrect data I will subtract 40 square because this is a wrong term, and instead of 40 square I'll add 55 square. So this is a square minus b square, which can be written as a plus b into a minus b. If you write the value of a minus b, that will become 15, and if you write the value of a plus b, that will become 95. So 15 can be taken common because I am not simplifying it, okay, I am not multiplying it. So I am taking 15 common from these two terms, and that will be 464, and then we have 95 with us. 464 plus 95. So that will give us a value 559 into 15. This is the value, this is the correct value of sigma xi square. If I want to get the value of correct variance, now that will also be easy. Correct variance will be correct value of sigma xi square upon n minus mean square. Now correct mean was 21. So instead of mean square I am writing 21. Here I already have the value 15 into 559. So I am writing here 15 into 559. This is divided by number of observations and this is subtracted by 21 square. So 15 and 15 are getting cancelled. Ultimately we will have 559 minus 21 square. So do you know guys what is 21 square? So do you know guys what is 21 square? Just say yes or no. Just say yes or no. Alright. So here we just need to subtract 449 and it will be 21 square, it will be 421. So if I subtract these two, this will be equals to 559 minus 441. So that will give me a value 118. 118 is given to us in the C option. That is why C option will be the final answer. Is that clear to you everyone? How we got the value that is the correct variance of this information. So this type of question is generally being asked in our previous days also in the JEE Mains 2023. In the previous shifts also this type of the question has been came. So attempting this question is very easy. It is bit calculative. It will take around 3 or 4 minutes to complete, but you will definitely have the answer if you attempt this question. Okay. So try to cover up these questions first of all, which covers, which we know that we'll be able to score full out of full marks into it. Okay. Now let us move ahead to the next question. Okay. Can we go ahead? All right. So we are moving ahead to the next question, and how will I be able to do the next question now? So let me take a blank slide and then I'll be covering up the question in the blank slide. Okay. Here we have a blank slide. All right. So let me take the question in the blank slide. Just a minute. I'm picking up the question in the blank slide. Just a minute. Okay. So there is a triangle given to us and that triangle is ABC. So here we have A vertex, here we have B vertex, here we have C vertex. A vertex is given to us with a value 3, minus 7. I think this value can be different, but this is 3, minus 7. Here we have minus 1, 2. And here we have 4, 1. So these are the vertices given to us, okay, of the triangle ABC. They have also given a point orthocenter of the triangle, and this orthocenter of this triangle is alpha beta. Okay, first of all we need to get the value of orthocenter. Once we have the value of the orthocenter, we just need to evaluate 9 alpha minus 6 beta and then we need to add 60 to it. So basically how to attempt this question. So whenever these type of question comes in our examination where orthocenter, circumcenter, incenter, these are the coordinates, centroid, centers of the triangle are basically mentioned. So whenever there is a center, orthocenter or circumcenter given to us, so we just need to check whether the triangle which is given here is right triangle or not. If it is a right triangle, then it will be very easy for us to determine the orthocenter, because we know that in case of a right triangle, suppose this is a right triangle, so this vertex where we have the 90 degree, this vertex is known as orthocenter. I hope you already know the concept of it. Okay. And if they are asking for the circumcenter, so in case of right triangle, the midpoint of the hypotenuse is the circumcenter. So this is an important concept to evaluate the orthocenter and circumcenter in case of a right triangle. So here we can check by evaluating the slope also, or we can check by evaluating the distances also. So let us first of all very easily get the slope of each and every line. So it will be 2 minus 7, minus of minus 7, that will be 9, and minus 1 minus 3, so that will be equals to minus 4. Let us get the slope of this line. 1 minus 2, it will be minus 1. 4 minus of minus 1, it will be 4 plus 1, 5. Let us find the slope of this line. It will be 1 minus of minus 7, that will be 8. And here we have 4 minus 3, that will be 1. Do you think that is there any slope is there any pair of the slope which is actually making the product of the slope is equals to -1. So if I observe here, what I am observing, that none of the slope is making the pair such that the m1 m2 is equals to -1. So if none of the pair is m1 m2 is equals to -1, so that is why this is not a right triangle, not a right triangle. So I have checked with the help of a slope that this is not a right triangle. Once we got that this is not a right triangle, then what we need to do? We just need to get the orthocenter. And how we need to get the orthocenter? So basically orthocenter is a intersection of the altitudes. So we just need to find the equation of two altitudes. One is AD, other one is BE. Now if we have the slope of BC, will it be possible for us to get the slope of AD? Yes. So slope of BC and slope of AD are related in such a way they are negative reciprocal of each other. So that means slope of AD will be 5, and if I want to write the equation of AD, so I'll be using the A vertex y minus y1 m times x minus x1. So this will help me out to get the equation of AD. So this is the equation of AD which is written in front of us. I hope this is clear to you. Now let us write the slope of AC. If I want to write the slope of AC, so this will be -7 minus 1, that is -8, and 3 minus 4, that is -1. So this will be equals to 8, which is giving me the value slope of AC. Once we have the slope of AC, then what we need to do, we need to write the equation of AC. So this equation of AC will be, slope of AC we already have written. I'm just eliminating this because slope of AC I already have determined. I need to write the equation of the perpendicular, and the perpendicular is BE. So let me write the, first of all let me write the slope of BE. So slope of BE will be negative reciprocal of it, this will be -1/8, and then let us write the equation of BE. Equation of BE will be obtained with the help of B vertex. Y minus 2 is equals to m times -1/8 times x minus of -1. So that will become +1. So this will be 8y, this will be -16, here we have -x, then we have -1. So value of 8y will be written as -x, 16 minus 1, that will be 15. So this will be the equation of the BE. We have the equation of AD, we have the equation of BE. So we will be solving first and second equation, to get orthocenter. So we just need to solve first and second equation to get the orthocenter. Once we solve these two equations, we will be able to get the orthocenter, and this orthocenter is alpha comma beta. Okay, once we have alpha comma beta, I will substitute this alpha comma beta to get the final answer. Is that clear to everyone? Can you please put some comments in the comment section that what is the point of intersection of these two lines? Can you help me with that? What is the point of intersection of these two lines? Suppose if you multiply this by 8, so 8y and 8y are becoming equal. In that case, we can just evaluate the x and then we can evaluate the y. We will be able to get alpha comma beta, and once we have alpha comma beta, we will substitute here and we will be able to get the value of this expression 9 alpha minus x beta plus 60. So these type of questions where we need to evaluate the orthocenter can be obtained. This orthocenter can be obtained as the point of intersection of altitudes. We will be determining the equation of one altitude. We will be determining the equation of other altitude. Solving these two altitude will give me the coordinate of the orthocenter. I hope you are able to understand how to deal with such type of questions. Now we are moving ahead for the next question. So can we go ahead for the next question? Say yes or no in the comment section. I am waiting for your response. Can we go ahead for the next question? I'm waiting for you. All right, I'm checking for other questions. All right. So let us deal with another question from the topic vectors. So here we have another question from the topic vector, and in this particular situation they have given the set S. Now this S set comprises of two values, one is lambda, other is mu. Now these lambdas are mu and can be evaluated in such a way that the first relationship is given to us as lambda minus mu will be equals to 5. This is the first relationship. This is a question. Okay, moreover they have given three vectors to us. One is lambda I, then it is minus j, and then it is plus k. This is the first vector. Second vector is I, plus 2j, and then it is mu k. This is the second vector. And the third vector is 3i, then it is minus 4j, and then it is 5k. So these are the three vectors given to us. Okay. Now they are telling that these three vectors are coplanar. It is given to you in the question that these three vectors are coplanar. Then the question is, find the value of summation of lambda comma mu belongs to the set S, and we need to get the value of 80 times lambda square plus mu square. So basically we will easily be able to get the value of 80 times lambda square plus mu square, but first of all we need to find the ordered pair lambda comma mu. Once we have the ordered pair lambda comma mu, we'll substitute here, we'll multiply by 80, and then we will be able to get a value of the different lambda comma mu and then 80, and then we can add it. So the most important is to get the value of the lambda comma mu. Now this is a concept from the topic vectors in which the coplanarity of the vectors are being used. Do you know guys, whenever there is a coplanar vector, in that case determinant value will be 0. So we have lambda, then we have minus 1, then we have plus 1, then we have 1, then we have 2, then we have mu. Third one is 3, then we have minus 4, then we have 5. The determinant value of this will be equals to 0 because the vectors are coplanar. I hope you are able to understand. You can also understand it with the help of A cross B dot C, vector triple product. So that means vector triple product can be written all in the form of determinant, and then it is equals to 0. Let us try to expand it. If I expand using the first row, it will be 10 minus of minus 4 mu, it will become plus mu. So this is plus 1. Here we have 5 minus 3 mu, and then we can take plus 1, and then it will be minus 4 minus 6. So here we can write lambda times 10 plus 4 mu, and then we can write 5 minus 3 mu, and then we can write minus 10 is equals to 0. So 5 minus 10 will be minus 5, it will be 10 lambda, okay, 10 lambda plus 4 mu into lambda, then we have minus 4 minus 3 mu, and then we have is equals to 5. I hope you are able to understand this. Once you are able to understand this, okay, we have another relationship, that is lambda minus mu is equals to 5. So I can just substitute the value of lambda as 5 plus mu. So wherever lambda is written, I can write 5 plus mu. So here also I am writing 5 plus mu, and here also in place of this lambda I am writing here 5 plus mu. So I got a quadratic in one variable. Now solving this quadratic, I will have two values of mu. So one of the value of the mu, it will be mu1, and the other value will be mu2. Now in place of mu1 I will get lambda 1 because I will substitute here mu1, I will get lambda 1, and with mu2 I will get lambda 2. So I have two ordered pairs of lambda comma mu. I will put the first ordered pair, multiply by 80. I will put the second ordered pair, multiply by 80, and then I will add these two values. In this way you will be able to get the final answer. Guys, are you all able to understand how we have done the solution of this question? So I hope you are able to understand how we are dealing with the questions, and today I can see that the paper pattern and the trend is similar to the last shift. So the paper was easy in total, okay. We can match this paper with the 6th of April or 8th of April, that was in the beginning, and we have observed right now 4 to 5 questions, and looking into these questions the paper level was found to be easy, and the similar type of the paper level can be found in the physics and chemistry also, I expect that. So I would like to call out Anirudh sir. He would be discussing the physics questions with you that has been asked in 15th of April JEE Mains in the shift 1. So welcome sir to the session, and students are really waiting for you. And
thank you sir.
I don't know why students are upset because no one in the comment section is putting the comment today. I don't know what is the reason for it. And guys, please you also put the comment in the comment section. Sir, your mic is, if it is not on.
Yeah, mic is on.
Alright, so it's up to you sir.
Thank you so much sir. So physics paper, based on the kind of questions that I have received so far, I have received around 5 questions, 5-6 questions. Based on that, the paper is easy. There is nothing difficult. In fact, this is like sir said, like the 6th April and the 8th April exams, which is direct formula based questions. So as I do that, you should also be able to solve it. So make the chat section a bit more active. Put your solutions there as we are discussing the questions. Okay. So the first question that we have here is that the first question we have.
If you want to refresh, you can refresh.
अच्छा नहीं ठीक है, इस पे I can make it.
क्वेश्चंस लगाए.
Oh no, no, I don't need the, मेरे को questions नहीं चाहिए सर, मैं इसी पे कर लूँगा. अच्छा तो here the first one, it said that x is equal to 10t I cap plus 15t square j cap plus 7k cap. So this is the question over here, and they have asked you to find what is the direction of force. Okay, so because it's given in I cap, j cap, k cap vectors, we can actually find the force in terms of that as a vector itself. So we know that force, now there's the mass obviously, but we don't care about the mass. If we find the direction of acceleration, the direction of acceleration only tells you about the direction of force. So let's find the acceleration. First the velocity. Velocity is dx dt, which means we differentiate this entire x over here. If you do that, the first part, the t is going to get cancelled out, so you'll just be having 10 I cap. Next over here you have the 15t square, which is going to give you 2 into 15t, that is 30t j cap. And over here, since it was a constant, we know when you differentiate that, it's going to give you 0 k cap. Now this is the velocity. We next need to find the acceleration. For the acceleration, we do dv dt, and that is equal to 10. This is a constant, so you can ignore this. It will be 0 I cap plus, okay, there's a 30t here, we missed the t from before, so it will be a 30t here, which when you differentiate will just give you 30 j cap plus 0 k cap, which means that was already 0 k cap there. So we see the only component that we see over here, 15 minutes लग गया sir, 15 minutes में हो जाएगा. So the only component we see here that is existing is this y component. So that tells us that the force has to be in the positive y direction. The force is positive y direction. I'm not sure how the options were given, whether they were given in I cap, j cap, k cap form, or whether they were given in direction in which axis or whatever. So based on that, you would have the answer as plus y, in the plus y, positive y axis. It would be moving towards the positive y axis. Okay, next question we have again another very simple, very direct question. In this one, they have given you f is equal to 5x. F is equal to 5x, and they want what is the work done in moving from x equal to 2 to x equal to 4. X equal to 2 to x equal to 4. This is the force given. So again, very direct formula. Hi Shiva, hi Nikhil, welcome to the session. You people just joined in, I'm assuming, because I'm just seeing your comments now. So the work done is given by F integration F dot dx. Okay, so over here F value you can put in 5x, that is integration 5x dx, that goes from 2 to 4. So 5x when you integrate is going to give you 5x squared divided by 2. So that is equal to 5x squared divided by 2. It goes from x is equal to 2 to x is equal to 4. Okay, so just put the values in after this, which means it will initially going to be 5 into 4 square, that is 16. 5 into 16 divided by 2 minus 5 into 2 square is just 4. So 5 into 4 divided by 2. So this you can cancel, this gives you 8, this gives you 2, 5 into 8 is 40, 40 minus 5 into 2, 10 is 30 joules. That's right Nikhil, the answer is 30 joules. Okay. Next we have a question, just a moment. Okay, we have been given a question from gravitation. We have been given a question from gravitation. So in this question, they have said that there are two masses. It's like a binary star combination. You have two masses or two planets, or I don't know. It seems you have to use gravitation. Might be two masses, might be two stars, whatever. So the distance between them is given as 2a. The distance between them is 2a. And they have told that they are moving in a circular motion. Okay, they are moving in a circular motion. Students, just pardon me if I occasionally do this. I have severe neck pain, but anyway, it's not an issue. Shouldn't affect my thinking. Just while writing, it's a bit difficult occasionally. So anyway, so over here we have them moving in the circular motion. Okay, so in this circular motion, you know, they need a centripetal force to pull them towards each other, because while turning, the centrifugal force is acting outwards, so it has to be balanced by the centripetal force. Now what can provide you the centripetal force? The centripetal force can be provided by this by the force of gravity, because the other mass would be pulling it. Okay, and we know the centrifugal force. Since we want to find omega, about this point I want to find omega, the speed with which they are turning. Okay, so the centrifugal force would be m omega square into the radius. Now the radius, since the diameter was 2a, you know the radius is just going to be a. So m omega square a, that is the outward force. The inward force is going to be gm square divided by 2a whole square. So the formula, the inward force is g m into m, m1 m2, so both are m, so gm square divided by the distance between the distance between the forces is 2a, so 2a square. Now both of these forces have to be equal for it to make the complete circular motion. So Nikhil, Shiva, go ahead, answer this one. It's m omega square a is equal to gm square divided by, you have 2a square, which is just 4a square. You want to find omega in terms of the other variables. I'm not sure if the other variables, the values were given, but cancel out the masses, then your omega becomes equal to root over of gm divided by, this a comes down here, so 4a cube. Okay, root gm divided by 4a cube. That's right, Nikhil. All the other students who are also here in this chat section, do post your answers as well as you're doing it. Okay, let's look at the next question now. So right, this one is clear to everyone. Everyone has got this clear. Chalo, let's move on. Now this one is about string, waves on a string. Okay, so in this case they have said that a string has fundamental frequency, or the first harmonic frequency, as equal to 50 hertz. Okay, it's equal to 50 hertz. Mu value, the mass per unit length, is given to you. The mass per unit length, mu, is given as 20 gram per meter. Okay, mu is given as 20 grams per meter, and the mass of this string is given as m is equal to 18 grams. Okay, m is given to you as 18 grams. Now the question they have asked you is to find the speed of the wave. Find the speed of the wave through this string. Okay, now for the speed of the wave through the string, there are two ways you can proceed with it. The first way, which is what a lot of students might think is the way, the first way is that we know speed is equal to root over of T divided by mu in a stretched string, where T is the tension, mu refers to the mass per unit length that is provided over here. Okay, but this way you cannot proceed because the tension is not given to you, right? So tension is not given, you can't proceed by this method. The only other method is, we know that in a stretch string, it is said that it's a stretch string bound at both ends. It's a stretch string that is bound at both ends, which means we know that the formula for the fundamental frequency F1 is equal to V divided by 2L. Okay. Now again you would say that the length is not given, but the mass per unit length is given and the total mass is given. We know the mass per unit length mu is equal to the total mass divided by the total length. So the total length is just mass divided by the mass per unit length. You can replace that in there. And you will get V by 2 into L is M here, mu here. Okay. So M is 18, mu is 20. Let's put those in. V value, we need V, right? So you have to represent it in terms of V. So V is equal to 2m F1 divided by mu. So let's put the values in here. Let's drag it out. V is equal to 2 into, now I don't even need to convert this to SI unit, because you see over here we have it in gram, here also we have it in gram. They would cancel each other out. Okay. Yeah, Sandeep, this was there in the January session as well. Just the values. You'll see the same pattern. You'll not just see with regards to January session, but also with regards to these shifts that we have had so far. Lots of questions are exact copy, exact repetitions with the values changed. Okay. So here we have 2 into mass is given 18. F1 is 50 divided by mu is 20. Okay. So let's cancel this out. You're left with 10. Cancel this 0 here. 18 into 5. So V is equal to 90 meters per second. Okay. That's right, Nikhil. The answer is 90. So I don't know if this was MCQ or numerical answer type, but anyway, as long as you have found the right answer, you can always figure it out. Okay. Do we have a few more questions? Okay. We have another question. We have just received a couple of questions. So let's solve them. Let's solve this question. This one is a question of dimensional analysis. Okay. Dimensional analysis. In dimensional analysis, you had the my bad. This is the different question. Dimensional analysis, you had V is equal to lambda to the power A into G to the power B and rho to the power C. And you have to find, the question is asked that you have to find A plus B plus C. Okay. You have to find A plus B plus C. So here you have to first represent them all in their dimensional form. So what do we know? Velocity is going to be LT minus 1. Okay. What is wavelength? Wavelength is just length. So this is just L to the power A. G is meter per second square, it's acceleration. So it's LT minus 2. LT minus 2, this is L to the, my bad, this A would be outside. This A would be here, LT minus 2 to the power B. And rho is mass by volume, so it is going to be ml minus 3 to the power C, right? So let's put all of these LT and M together. Let's see what the ultimate powers are. Right here we have LT minus 1 in the LHS. In the RHS we have L to the power A plus L to the power B minus L to the L to the power A into L to the power B into L to the power minus 3C, which means it would be L to the power A plus B minus 3C, right? What about the time? Time is going to be minus 2B. time is minus 2b, and the mass m is just to the power c. Okay, so we have L, T and m all three. Now if you compare, you will see that here m has a power c, here m has a power of 0, right? So c is equal to 0. We get c is equal to 0. Next thing, what do we get? We see here t has a power of minus 2b, and in the LHS t has a power of minus 1, which means b is equal to half. Okay. Next, let's look at A. A has a power 1 here, L has a power 1 here. Here you have A plus B minus 3C. Minus 3C, C is 0, so you can just forget about that. You can just forget about that. Here it's just A plus B, which means if that is equal to 1, then that means that A is equal to A plus half is equal to 1, which means A is also equal to half. Okay, so we have got C, B and A all three. They have asked you to find A plus B plus C. That's right, Nikhil. A plus B plus C is equal to 1. Half plus 0. Okay. Okay, I think we have one more question. Just give me a moment. So this one is of this one has combined the concepts of surface tension and hydrostatics into one single question. Okay, so let's do that. It is said that there is a bubble here. There is a bubble here having a radius of r. Okay, bubble here having a radius r. The outside pressure is P naught. This bubble is at a depth of h from the surface. The density of the liquid, they have not specified it's water, the density of the liquid is given as rho, and it is said that the surface tension is given as T, the surface tension of that liquid. Okay. Nikhil is asking, what is the paper trend, sir? So far, based on the questions I have got, paper is easy. Physics part at least is easy. Even Akshay sir said that the maths paper is also easy. It's almost like the 6th April or the 8th April paper. Okay. So this is, I would say, so far based on the questions, this is at least, this is the toughest. So you can already get the idea about how difficult the paper can actually be, if this is the toughest one. So over here, first up, you know that if the pressure here is P naught, then the pressure on this, change the pen color, the pressure on this bubble at that depth h, that pressure is going to be, if we call it P1, then P1 would be equal to P naught plus h rho g, because P naught from the atmospheric pressure plus you have the hydrostatic pressure at a depth h with the density rho. So P1 is equal to P naught plus h rho g. We got that. Now suppose the pressure inside is P2. Then based on the surface tension, we have done this formula in surface tension, and this is not a soap bubble, this is a regular air bubble in water. So it's only one surface. So you know that P2 minus P1 is equal to 2T divided by R. Okay. We have done that. P2 minus P1 is because that's a pressure difference. Inside pressure is greater than the outside pressure always. So P2 is equal to 2T by R plus P1. P1 we have already got here. P1 is P naught plus H rho G. So P2 is equal to 2T by R plus you have P naught plus H rho G. H rho G. Okay. So far those are the only questions. Let me just check if anything else has come. So far I don't see any more questions coming in. So most probably Nitin sir would be coming in now with the questions. But before that, do like the session. Yes, Nikhil, it is 2T by R. Do like the session, subscribe to it. All of our faculty are coming here. Like me, myself, I've got this neck injury, but still we are here because you need to know about what the paper was. There's still another shift coming. There are a lot of students who would benefit from it. So do like the session, because our entire team of Sri Chaitanya is working really hard to bring you these questions as soon as possible. So with that said, I think I'll hand it over to Nikhil sir, Nitin sir, my bad. Nikhil, I keep seeing this Nikhil chat. I said Nikhil by mistake.
So
Here
no
you go,
problem at all. Thank you very much, sir, for discussing physics questions. So how are you guys doing? How was your paper? Those who have written this exam in the morning today, guys, कैसा रहा आप लोग का paper? Did you find the chemistry section easier, memory based? क्या कुछ calculation वाला question था? Organic से कुछ difficult question था? So हमारे पास question है, guys. Fortunately, we have some questions to discuss. एंड एज यूजुअल मुझे इस बार भी जो केमिस्ट्री क्वेश्चंस थे वो बिल्कुल भी डिफिकल्ट नहीं लगे, ठीक है, मतलब कि इजी टू मॉडरेट क्वेश्चन था, या तो बिल्कुल इजी क्वेश्चन था, इजी टू लिटिल मॉडरेट क्वेश्चन था। अगर तुम लोगों ने थोड़ा सा सीरियसनेस के साथ, राइट, इवन अगर एनसीईआरटी के जो रिएक्शंस हैं, जो एनसीईआरटी के जो कॉन्सेप्ट्स है वो भी पढ़े होंगे, तो यू कैन ईजिली स्कोर 20, यू कैन गेट 20 क्वेश्चंस आउट ऑफ 30 करेक्ट, ठीक है, जस्ट अगर एनसीईआरटी ध्यान से पढ़ी होगी तो देखते हैं जरा, कुछ क्वेश्चन है हमारे पास यहाँ पे, राइट। सर केमिस्ट्री बढ़िया गया, ओके, डायनामिक डुओ, वेरी गुड, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन। फिर तो स्कोर तुम्हारा काफ़ी अच्छा बनेगा, क्योंकि केमिस्ट्री जो है इट हेल्प्स यू बिल्ड स्कोर। केमिस्ट्री में ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन कम टाइम में हम कर सकते हैं ना, राइट। तो लेट्स सी, सो स्टार्टिंग विद दिस क्वेश्चन, तो ये मैं आप लोगों को पहले ही बता चुका हूँ कि जो एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर में बोर्स मॉडल है दैट इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक, है ना, not only in chemistry but also in physics, right? फिजिक्स में भी हमारा बोर्स मॉडल आता है। तो जैसे एक सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन था, कैलकुलेट द रेशियो ऑफ द रेडियाई ऑफ सेकेंड ऑर्बिट एंड थर्ड ऑर्बिट, थर्ड बोर ऑर्बिट्स ऑफ हाइड्रोजन एटम। सो इट्स वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन गाइस, यू नो, जो हमारा nth ऑर्बिट का रेडियस होता है दैट इज a0 n स्क्वायर बाय z, राइट, a0 n स्क्वायर बाय z। यस निखिल, वेरी गुड। सेकेंड एंड थर्ड का 4:9 हो जाएगा ना, राइट निखिल, 4:9 हो जाएगा ना बच्चे। सो जो nth ऑर्बिट का रेडियस है दैट विल बी a0 n स्क्वायर बाय z। a0 क्या है हमारा बोर ऑर्बिट, बोर रेडियस है, यू गाइज नो दैट इट इज कॉल्ड बोर रेडियस, ठीक है, जस्ट फॉर रिविजन आई एम टेलिंग यू, राइट, इट्स वैल्यू इज 52.9 पिकोमीटर, और z एटॉमिक नंबर है, हाइड्रोजन का 1 हो जाएगा, यस हाइड्रोजन का 1 हो जाएगा। सो ऑब्वियसली रेडियस ऑफ सेकेंड ऑर्बिट will be proportional to 2 square, radius of third orbit it will be proportional to 3 square, so obviously the ratio of radii it will be 4/9, right, because it is simply I gave for R2 by R1 previously. Okay Nikhil, no problem, I know you know the concept, okay, trust me, I know you know the concept. So जो radius है that is a0 n square by z, बहुत सिंपल क्वेश्चन है गाइज, और ये तुम जानते हो जो एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर चैप्टर है ये तुम्हें जरूर बिल्कुल नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए, इवन फॉर जेईई एडवांस्ड। लेट मी टेल यू, ओके, दिस वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टिप, एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर, थर्मोडायनामिक्स एंड केटीजी, काइनेटिक थ्योरी ऑफ गैसेस, these 3 chapters, right, sometimes their question are similar in physics and chemistry, and particularly in JEE Advanced, okay. Now because this is the last day for JEE Main, so I am sure now you guys just take a 1 or 2 days rest, okay, just refresh your mind and get started with the preparation for JEE Advanced, right. So let me tell you, atomic structure, thermodynamics and KTG, do them thoroughly because the concept they overlap between physics and chemistry, and there are many concepts of these chapters in chemistry based on which JEE Advanced asks questions in physics also, right. Yeah, so this was one question. Then moving to the next question, ये देखो बहुत ही सिंपल क्वेश्चन है, एनसीईआरटी में दे रखा है ना, एनसीईआरटी में है ये, राइट, एम आई करेक्ट, एस ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स में ग्रुप 2 में एनसीईआरटी में साफ दे रखा है, क्लियरली इट इज गिवन इन एनसीईआरटी बुक अंडर जनरल प्रॉपर्टीज कि बेरिलियम एंड मैग्नीशियम डू नॉट गिव फ्लेम टेस्ट, do not give flame test, right, why, because their ionization enthalpy is high. Yes, correct Nikhil, no color, right, they do not give flame test, the reason is due to high, and this is due to high ionization enthalpy, है ना, yes, high ionization enthalpy, correct, very good, right. So assertion है beryllium chloride and magnesium chloride produce characteristic flame color, no, this is incorrect, ठीक है, they do not produce characteristic flame color, Reason, the excitation energy is high for BeCl2 and MgCl2. Yes, this is correct. Okay. So if somebody is there who has written this paper, so please let me know if I am making any mistake, if I am missing something in the question itself, right? Because as you guys know, this is memory based question. So maybe in the assertion it was that beryllium chloride and magnesium chloride do not produce characteristic flame color. Then this assertion would have been correct, reason would have been correct, and reason would have been a correct explanation of the assertion. But I have this, right? So the excitation energy is high for beryllium chloride, magnesium chloride. Yes, that is correct. Excitation energy is high, as one student said. So electrons cannot be excited by the energy of the flame, and they do not produce any colors, right? So this very simple question was there from NCERT, right? Inorganic. This question was there. Please pardon the incorrect, this. Okay. Yeah, you chemistry students, you can understand where it is capital letter, where is small letter. So which of the following is not an example of calcination? ये question था, don't worry, I'll cross check it. ठीक है? Which of the following is not an example of calcination? ये बताओ guys, इसमें कौन सा example calcination नहीं है? Right? Which of these is not an example of calcination? ये बताओ गाइस कौन सा A B C D, जल्दी से बताओ मुझे ऑप्शन कौन सा करेक्ट होगा. बहुत सिंपल क्वेश्चन है. मेटलर्जी में इससे इजी क्वेश्चन क्या होगा? They did not ask you any specific reaction, they did not ask any principle, any memory based question they did not ask. Yes, very good Sneha, very good. Is it really option C? So what is the difference between roasting and calcination? C लग रहा है सर. पक्का कौन सा calcination नहीं है? एक बार रिपीट कर देता हूँ. कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट on heating gives calcium oxide and CO2, right? This you know, calcium carbonate, right? Calcium carbonate dot magnesium carbonate, it's called dolomite. The ore is dolomite. When you heat it, it produces calcium oxide, magnesium oxide and CO2. This is Fe2O3 dot XH2O. This is hematite, okay? This is hematite. It produces Fe2O3 plus XH2O. And lead sulfide, right? This is called galena. I hope you guys remember the name, right? From NCERT book, please remember the common names of the ores. They have been asked in JEE Advanced before also, okay? Right? Because now we'll be talking about JEE Advanced, you guys know. So galena PBS, it reacts with oxygen, it forms PbO plus SO2. So if you see carefully, the last example is roasting. It is not calcination. See carefully, what is the difference between roasting and calcination? I'll tell you a trick. In roasting, there is O first, right? So this is very kiddish way, but it should help you. Roasting, there is O, that means there is oxygen. Yes, correct Aditi, very good. D option is the correct answer. So in roasting, there is O first. O means oxygen, right? So roasting, whenever the ore is heated in presence of oxygen, that is roasting. If the ore is heated in absence of oxygen, that is calcination. So there is no oxygen we are using. So this is calcination, right? Here also it is calcination because calcium carbonate or magnesium carbonate we are heating, right? Fe2O3 dot XH2O, again we are not using any oxygen, so this is calcination. But this is not calcination, this is roasting, right? This is not calcination, this is roasting. So it is my request to you guys, please read this section from NCERT book. It is important for JEE Advanced also. If you go through previous year question paper, JEE Advanced has asked many questions based upon the roasting and calcination processes, right? Very simple, let me tell you. Yes, let me tell you, sulfides are roasted, right? Oxides, hydroxides and carbonates, they are calcined. Remember it, okay? Sulfides, they are roasted. Roasting is done. But in case of carbonates, hydroxides and oxides, these hydroxides, calcination is done. We don't need any oxygen. So option D is the correct answer. Very simple question, simple concept. Then this, how many of the following statements are correct? a simple question from electrochemistry, right? Simple, but you have to read every statement carefully. They did not ask any numerical, right? So conductivity, you know, it's kappa decreases with increase in dilution, right? That means they are saying, is it inversely proportional to concentration? Increase in dilution means you are decreasing concentration. So is kappa inversely proportional to concentration? Will somebody tell me in the chat section, guys? Chat section mein answer karo. We really like it when you answer in the chat section, no? Because teaching is a two-way street, right? So those who are answering, very good. Thank you so much, guys. Ye batao jara. Even if your answer is incorrect, it's okay. I'm here to tell you the correct answer. So kappa is inversely proportional to concentration. Is it correct or not? Is it correct or not? Conductivity, kappa, does it decrease with increase in dilution? Does it decrease with increase in dilution? Okay, so tell me how, if this is correct or not. If this statement is correct, kappa decreases with increase in dilution. ये बताओ guys, जल्दी से बताओ. फिर molar conductivity increases with increase in dilution. ये correct है कि नहीं? Molar conductivity increases with increase in alpha for weak electrolytes. And lastly, change in molar conductivity same for both strong and weak electrolyte with increase in dilution. So अच्छा ये बता दो, how many statements do you think are correct, है ना? That way nobody will like be exposed. Okay, so tell me how many of the statements you think are correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many statements do you think are correct out of here? How many statements do you think are correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. कितने statement तुम्हें लगता है correct होंगे? Then I'll begin to explain with formula, with concept. Okay, ठीक है. You guys are not answering. Let me explain. So let me tell you first. Kappa is directly proportional to concentration, right? I'll tell you the logic also. Don't worry. Kappa conductivity is the total conductivity of all ions present in unit volume of electrolytic solution, right? Unit volume of electrolytic solution. Kappa, specific conductance or conductivity, is the total conductance because of all ions present in one volume of the electrolytic solution. So obviously, if you increase the concentration, kappa will increase because the number of particles will increase. If you dilute, that means now the volume is increasing, so number of particles per unit volume, that is decreasing. Okay, so kappa is directly proportional to concentration, but molar conductivity is inversely proportional to concentration, right? The reason I'll tell you, right? Molar conductivity actually increases with the dilution. Why? Because for a strong electrolyte, the mobility of ions increases. For a strong electrolyte, mobility of ions increases, right? So for a strong electrolyte, if you dilute an electrolytic solution, ions, they become farther and farther, the distance between ions increases, interionic attractive force decreases, and therefore mobility increases. So molar conductance increases with dilution because of increase in mobility for a strong electrolyte. For weak electrolyte, it both the degree of dissociation and mobility. For weak electrolyte, the molar conductance, it increases with dilution because of two reasons: alpha also increases and mobility also increases. Okay, so these two concepts are required to answer this question. Let's get back again. Solve करते हैं, ठीक है? I hope सब लोग अब समझ में आ जाएगा. Conductivity decreases with increase in dilution means decrease in concentration, right? ये बताओ जरा, है ना? Right? Increase in dilution means decrease in concentration. You are increasing dilution, so you are decreasing concentration. So kappa decreases with decrease in concentration. Perfect. This is correct. Kappa decreases with decrease in concentration. Perfect, because kappa is proportional to concentration. If you are decreasing concentration, kappa will decrease for both strong and weak electrolyte. ठीक है? Molar conductivity increases with increase in dilution. That is also correct. If you increase the dilution, if you decrease concentration, molar conductance will increase. So molar conductance increases with increase in dilution. That is perfect. Molar conductivity increases with increase in alpha for weak electrolyte. That is also correct. Right? That is also correct, because alpha, degree of dissociation, if it increases, more number of ions are produced. Right? So molar conductivity will increase. change in molar conductivity is same for both strong and weak electrolyte? No, this is not correct, right? Remember, for weak electrolyte, the graph goes like this. For a strong electrolyte, the graph goes like this. For weak electrolyte, it is like this, okay? For strong electrolyte, it's a straight line. So this is not correct. Change in molar conductivity is not same for strong and weak electrolyte with increase in dilution. Baki, this is correct, increases with increase in alpha. This is correct, increases with increase in dilution. And this is correct, decreases with increase in dilution. So I hope this is understood. है ना, ये सब लोगों को समझ में आ गया है? होप कुछ और डाउट है तो इसमें बताओ गाइज मुझे. केमिस्ट्री सेक्शन में किसी और को कुछ डाउट है? कुछ और डाउट है गाइज केमिस्ट्री में किसी को? यस, एक क्वेश्चन ये था फ्रॉम सॉल्यूशंस, वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन, वेरी वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन. व्हाट इज द लोअरिंग ऑफ वेपर प्रेशर of 30% aqueous solution of glucose? So this is not a dilute solution, it's a concentrated solution, है ना. 30% solution of glucose means if you take 100 gram of solution, then water will be 70 gram, and glucose will be 30 gram. So definitely this is not a dilute solution. So what will be the lowering of vapor pressure? What will be the lowering of vapor pressure? जल्दी बताओ मुझे कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? राउल्ट्स लॉ से कैलकुलेट करेंगे ना, है ना? राउल्ट्स लॉ से ही कैलकुलेट करेंगे. वी विल कैलकुलेट इट यूजिंग राउल्ट्स लॉ. सो हाउ विल यू डू? So actually see what is the answer? Lowering of vapor pressure. So actually you have to calculate this P minus P naught. Okay, that will be your answer. I am telling you, answer will be P minus P naught. P naught is given, right? P naught is given 760. P naught is given 760. What will be the P? P will be P naught and the mole fraction, right? The mole fraction of water. So this is an easy question, I would say. This is an easy question, guys, I would say. So the vapor pressure of pure water is 760, right? And what is the mole fraction of water? Mole fraction of water is number of moles of water, which is 70 by 18, divided by total number of moles, which is 70 by 18. Do not make any approximation. My request, do not make any approximation in this question, because the solution is not dilute. It's concentrated, fairly concentrated. 30% वो उसमें solute present है. ग्लूकोज हमारा 30 है, राइट? तो इसको सॉल्व कर लो. फ्रॉम हियर फाइंड P एंड देन सब्ट्रैक्ट इट फ्रॉम 760. सो दैट इज हाउ यू विल गेट द आंसर. इज दैट क्लियर? आई होप ये सब लोगों को समझ में आ गया होगा. इज दैट क्लियर गाइज? आई होप दिस इज क्लियर टू एवरीवन. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर टू एवरीवन. So I have like one or two question from chemistry. After that your maths and physics sir will join for the discussion of more question, है ना? Right? ये सब लोगों को समझ में आ गया ना? There is no activity in the chat section, guys. What happened? This is maths. Yeah, this question is very easy. I'm not sure if it was in chemistry or physics, but it's very simple question, right? It's very simple question. Tell me guys, the half-life of a reactant is 5 years. Half-life of a reactant is 5 years. Find the amount of A after 15 years. So it's very simple. I'll tell you, the concentration at time t is initial concentration divided by 2 raised to the power number of half-lives, है ना? Right? So this is a simple way, number of half-lives. Is that clear? ये बताएंगे सब लोग मुझे, ये बताएंगे सब लोग मुझे. तो हाफ लाइफ 5 years है and total time 15 years है. So how many half lives? 3. How many half lives are gone? 3. Is that clear to everyone? Right? Is that clear to everyone? So A has a half life of 5 years. Find the amount of A after 15 years. So in 15 years 3 half lives will pass. So let us take the initial amount as 1, 2 raised to the power 3. So 1 by 8th of the amount will be left. Right? 1 by 8th of the amount initial will be left. ठीक है? Find the amount, right? After 1 half life, half will remain. After 2 half lives, 1 by 4 will remain. After 3 half lives, 1 by 8 will remain. So I hope this is understood to everyone. I hope this is understood to everyone. So this was one question that we got in chemistry. Easy questions are there, guys. Very scoring chemistry is always, right? Yeah, so one question I'll write. It's from organic and I think it's very easy question. Tell me what do you think is the correct answer? व्हाट इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ए, ये बताइए गाइस, सब लोग बताइए व्हाट इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ए, व्हाट इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ए. Is it this? Is it this? Tell me guys, what do you think is the correct answer? Actually, it's an easy question. I would call it, it's an easy question from organic chemistry. Tell me in the chat section guys, what do you think is the correct answer? Tell me in the chat section guys. Chat section में बताइए guys. I'm waiting for the answer in the chat section. That is what is the purpose of chat section. Interact. So this question I have discussed in one of my earlier lectures also. If you remember guys, this is a reaction of the hydration of aldehydes and ketones. So Amboj Tripathi said option A is the correct answer. Very good, brilliant, brilliant. Thank you very much for answering. Yes. So actually guys, there are 3 carbonyl groups, and please remember, whenever aldehydes and ketones react with water, it's a hydration reaction. Aldehydes and ketones, they form hydrate. Now generally hydrates are unstable, right? Generally hydrates are unstable because a carbon with 2 OH groups is unstable. A carbon with 2 OH groups is unstable because of the minus I effect, okay? But in this particular case, this is stable. In this particular case, ninhydrin hydrate it is, okay? That is stable. The reason is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. I'll show it to you. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So right, so you can see here it's intramolecular hydrogen bonding, and which stabilizes this hydrate, okay? So very easy question I would call ki generally remember the hydrates of aldehydes and ketones are unstable, but if there is a factor like intramolecular hydrogen bonding, then this becomes stable, okay, right? Then now I have just one more question, then physics I will discuss more questions with you guys. The question is, which of the following expressions is correct for cesium chloride unit cell? Right? The correct statement for cesium chloride unit cell. So one option is radius of cesium plus radius of chloride. Is it A by root 2? Then radius of cesium plus radius of chloride, is it root 3 by 2a, ठीक है, or is it a by 2, or is it just a? Tell me what will be the correct answer. In cesium chloride unit cell, the sum of the radii of cesium and chloride, will it be just a, will it be a by 2, will it be root 3 by 2, or will it be 8 by root 2? So very simple question from the solid state chapter. You just should remember that cesium chloride crystallizes in a simple cubic lattice, and we can assume chloride occupies the corners of the unit cell and cesium ion is present at the center, ठीक है, at the center. इसका भी कौन सा ऑप्शन होगा? A ऑप्शन होगा. एक बार ध्यान से देख लो, एक बार ध्यान से देख लो, मैं यूनिट सेल बनाता हूं. ये बॉडी डायगोनल ले लेते हैं, है ना? अच्छा, सी होगा क्या? पूछ रहे हो, बता रहे हो? ए बी, ये बॉडी डायगोनल ले लेते हैं, ठीक है. अब मैंने अभी बोला कि क्लोराइड को वी कैन अज्यूम वो ऑक्यूपाई कर रहा है ऐसे कॉर्नर्स, ठीक है. वो क्या ऑक्यूपाई कर रहा है? ऐसे कॉर्नर्स ऑक्यूपाई कर रहा है. इज दैट क्लियर एवरीवन? राइट, ये सब लोगों को समझ में आ गया ना? ये सब लोगों को समझ में आ गया. or cesium then would be sitting at the body center. Cesium would be sitting at the body center. इसका मतलब AB, which is the diagonal of the cube, that is root 3a, it is twice the radius of anion and twice the radius of cation. So it is twice the sum of the radii of cesium and chloride. So of course, which will be the correct answer? Root 3a by 2. Option B will be the correct answer. ठीक है, राइट? तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन JEE एडवांस के लिए भी प्रिपेयर कर लेना, क्योंकि JEE एडवांस में ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं. ठीक है, बेस्ड ऑन द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ सोडियम क्लोराइड, सीजियम क्लोराइड, जिंक सल्फाइड, राइट, ये सब. तो दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड. नाउ अनिरुद्ध सर हैज सम क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम फिजिक्स, राइट? आई विल बी बैक if and when we get some more questions in chemistry, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So students, we have got a few more questions, around 3-4 questions in physics. We'll discuss them, and then chemistry or maths sir, Akshay sir would be coming in. Okay, so let's start with the questions that we have got so far. So the first one is the half-life of a radioactive substance is given. The half-life of a radioactive substance is given as T half is equal to 5 years. Half-life is given, this is very direct, very basic question. Half-life is given as 5 years. It is said the amount of sample that would decay in 15 years. The amount that decays, this is the key word, it is the amount that decays, not the amount that stays back. It is the amount that decays in 15 years. So for that we have been given T half as 5 years, so let's assume that it starts with N naught. It starts with N naught. After 5 years, you know it will become N naught divided by 2, because it's half life, it will become half of the original amount. Then let another 5 years pass, that is 10 years have passed, then it will become half of this one again, so it will become N naught by 4. Then another 5 years passes, because 15 years have to pass, so another 5 years pass and it would become N naught divided by 8. But this is not your answer. The answer is not 1 by 8. The answer is, this is the amount that is remaining. So you started at N naught. You're ending at N naught by 8. So how much has decayed so far? The amount that has decayed, which we'll call as delta N, is equal to N naught minus N naught divided by 8. So that is equal to 7 N naught divided by 8. Since they have maybe asked for the fraction of amount that has decayed, then it would be 7 by 8. Okay, be mindful, it is not this N naught divided by 8. It is going to be N naught, 7 N naught divided by 8. The amount that has decayed. Okay, but again, very direct, very basic question. Let's move to the next one. The next one is about the de Broglie wavelength. De Broglie wavelength, again this kind of questions we are seeing in almost every shift. Almost every shift we are getting a question from the de Broglie wavelength, either relating to the momentum or energy, or sometimes with alpha particles, sometimes even relating with mass. But we are getting this question a lot. So it's said that the lambda, so if an electron has energy E, has Ke as equal to E, then the wavelength is lambda. They have now said that energy is reduced, Ke dash, the kinetic energy is reduced to E by 4. Kinetic energy reduced to E by 4. Then what is lambda dash going to be? What is lambda dash? So from E to E by 4, if you bring it down, what is going to happen? Remember, this is kinetic energy. So we look at the relation. We look at the relation here, that lambda is equal to H by P. Lambda is H by P. So lambda is equal to H divided by P, we can write as root over of 2mk. Root over of 2mk, where k is the kinetic energy. So based on that, you see the other things remain the same, because it's the same electron mass, same Planck's constant, same, everything is the same. So lambda is equal to, is just proportional to 1 by root over of the kinetic energy. So based on that, what do we have? we would be having lambda dash by lambda is equal to root over of, since it's inversely proportional, so lambda dash energy, which is E by 4, would be down here, E by 4, and lambda's energy would be in the numerator, which is E. Cancel this out, you have root 4, that is equal to 2. So lambda dash is equal to 2 lambda. Okay. Students, let me know in the chat if it's clear, and if it's clear, do try to also keep this, like keep solving it over there. That's right, dynamic duo, the answer is 2. Okay, keep answering it in the chat section, all of you. Then you'll get a lot of value from it. Just looking won't help. If you do it in real time with us, then this will get ingrained in your mind. You'll remember this. And then you can actually later on, if a similar question comes, you'll be able to recognize it. Okay, let's look at the next question now. This is a vector question which the student has said it's in physics, but I'm not sure if any of you have given the exam. Let me know if this came in physics or this came in maths. Based on the difficulty level, this is very easy. So I'm assuming this came in physics. Basic maths questions that are too easy are given in physics. If they become difficult, they are given in maths. So over here it says there's a vector in the xy plane. First let's draw out the xy plane. XY plane. There's a vector in the xy plane that makes an angle of 30 degree with the x axis. There's a vector that makes an angle of 30 degree with the x axis. This is the vector. They have not given you the magnitude, but they have told you that the y component is 2 root 3. So there's some issue with the handwritings here, but anyway, the y component is given as 2 root 3. They have asked you what is the x component. What is the x component? Okay. So just basic resolution of vectors, but mind you, over here the y component is not going to be if we assume that this has a magnitude a, then the y component is not a sine theta, not a sine 30. That sine component we took when we took the angle along the x axis. Here, since it's along the y axis itself, we know this 2 root 3 is equal to a into cos of 30 degree. A cos of 30 degree, which means 2 root 3 is equal to a into cos 30 is root 3 by 2. These cancel out, your a is equal to 4 units. So you know that the total vector has a magnitude of 4 units. Now finding the x component is simple, because x component is just this part, which is x component would be ax would be equal to a sine of 30 degree. A sine of 30 degree, so a value is already known to us. 4 into sine of 30 is half. Cancel these out and you get 2. The x component is equal to 2 units. That is the answer. Okay, I'm not seeing a lot of activity in the chat section. Students, solve it with us. Solve it. Some of these you don't even need a pen and paper. This thing especially could be solved purely with mental maths. So solve it and let me know in the comment section. Try to even solve it with mental maths. Even if it's wrong, not an issue. Okay, let's look at the next question now. Again, a very direct formula based question. If you know the formula, you don't even need to bother about it. They have said electric dipole, short electric dipole. Okay, the electric field from short dipole, from a short dipole at large distance on the equatorial plane. At large distance on equatorial plane, not the axial plane, equatorial plane, even though in the answer it won't matter. Now we know the formula here. The formula is given by E is equal to Kp divided by R cube. P is the dipole moment, K is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, and R is the distance from the center of the dipole to the point where you're dealing with. This only happens for large distance, where the R is much greater than L. The dipole length is very small as compared to the distance where you're finding the electric field. Okay? So R is much less than L, and this formula holds true. The only thing they have asked you for is what is the proportionality of electric field with R, and that can be seen right here. Now there it doesn't even matter if it's the equatorial plane or not. In the axial plane it would have just been 2p by r cube. So the only thing that matters is that E is proportional to 1 by r cube. Okay? So that is the correct answer. Let's move ahead to just a moment. Okay, see another basic, this is like foundation level questions that they have asked. This is almost 6th April standard, 6th April, 8th April standard questions. So here they have given you x. X is given as 5t square minus 4t plus 5. They have asked you to find the velocity at t is equal to 2 seconds. It's that direct. So we know velocity is just given by dx dt. It is just given by dx dt at t equal to 2 we need. So we'll keep it right here from the beginning. Which means if you differentiate this, you will get 5t square will give you 10t. This part will just leave you with minus 4. And this part will give you 0 because you're differentiating a constant, it will give you 0. सर इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स से क्वेश्चन आए थे, इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स से नहीं आए थे अमर, लेकिन वो पिछले वाला दिखाया डाइपोल, इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल से क्वेश्चन आया था. सो आई नीड इट एट t is equal to 2 seconds. So if you put that in, you have 20 minus 4, that is 16 meters per second. एकदम direct question, कुछ सोचना नहीं है. ठीक है, I think we just have one more question. एक ही क्वेश्चन मिला है हम लोग को और, तो वो वाला भी डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. ये भी बहुत डायरेक्ट है, एक्सट्रीमली डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन. दिस इज फ्रॉम थर्मोडायनामिक्स, जिसको हमने बहुत ज़्यादा देखा नहीं था. ओके, जिसमें हमने बहुत ज़्यादा देखा नहीं था थर्मोडायनामिक्स, वो हमें दिख रहा है. सो प्रिंस राज आस्क्ड, सर आई एम नीट एस्पिरेंट, कैन सॉल्व मेनी क्वेश्चंस ऑन दिस पेपर. यस, इवन इफ यूर, वही बता रहा हूँ कि नीट स्टैंडर्ड पेपर है, इवन नीट के कंपैरिजन में ये क्वेश्चन ईजियर है. इवन नीट पेपर में ओकेजनली इससे डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस आ जाते हैं. ठीक है, सो जेई लाइक आई थिंक 12th अप्रैल वाला जो शिफ्ट था और 13th अप्रैल का मॉर्निंग शिफ्ट, वो सब फिर भी स्टैंडर्ड पे थे. लेकिन 6th अप्रैल, 8th अप्रैल, मोस्ट ऑफ द शिफ्ट्स ड्यूरिंग दिस जेई अटेम्प्ट हैव बीन वे टू इजी. तो यहाँ पे पीवी डायग्राम दिया हुआ है. देखो, अगर वीटी या पीटी डायग्राम देता फिर भी सोचता मैं कुछ करने लायक था. यहाँ पे सिंपल बताया हुआ है कि दिस इज द पाथ, ये है पाथ का फ्लो. ठीक है, तो क्लॉकवाइज है, मतलब पॉजिटिव वर्क होगा. तो यहाँ पे दिस इज गिवन एज 400 पास्कल ही होगा. यहाँ पे इट इज गिवन एज 100. इसके वैल्यूज दिए हुए हैं, वॉल्यूम के वैल्यूज दिए हुए हैं 2 and 4 एंड दिस इज इन मीटर क्यूब. ठीक है, तुम्हें बस बोला है वर्क निकालने के लिए. वर्क डन क्या होता है इन अ पीवी डायग्राम? वर्क डन इज सिंपली द एरिया इनक्लोज्ड बाय द कर्व. सो यहां पे बस इस ट्राइंगल का एरिया निकालना है. ट्राइंगल में तुम्हारा बेस है 2 यूनिट्स, 4 minus 2 2 यूनिट्स, और हाइट है 400 से 200, दैट इज 300 यूनिट्स. तो अब एरिया ऑफ अ ट्राइंगल का फॉर्मूला लगाओ, हाफ इंटू बेस, बेस इज 2, इंटू हाइट, हाइट इज 300. ठीक है, इनको हटाओ, योर वर्क इज इक्वल टू 300 जूल्स. और ये पॉजिटिव होगा क्योंकि इट्स अ क्लॉकवाइज वर्क ओवर हियर. ठीक है, exactly Amar, it's just the area under the curve. That's right Amar, the answer is 300. So physics में यही questions मिले हैं. बाकी अच्छा एक और आया है, just easy choose the correct statement वाला. ये मैं बस यहाँ पे क्विकली ऑप्शंस लिख देता हूँ, ये जस्ट क्विकली हो जाएगा कि फर्स्ट है इन एन एसएचएम, इन एसएचएम ये 4 ऑप्शंस दिए हुए हैं, तुम्हें चूज करना है कौन सा करेक्ट है। एफ इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू एक्स, ये पहला क्वेश्चन, ये पहला स्टेटमेंट। सेकंड है ए एंड एक्स आर ऑपोजिट, ए एंड एक्स आर ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन। आई थिंक ये विच वन इज इनकरेक्ट होगा, थिंक ये विच वन इज इनकरेक्ट होगा, एक सेकेंड। के ई इज मैक्स एट मीन पोजिशन, हाँ ये विच वन इज इनकरेक्ट निकालना है। के ई इज मैक्स एट मीन पोजिशन, ओके, के ई मैक्स एट मीन पोजिशन। और लास्ट वाला है फोर इज acceleration is max at mean position, at mean position. So ये 4 ऑप्शंस है। अभी देखो ये 4 ऑप्शंस में मेरे को तो साफ दिख रहा है कि एक्सीलरेशन एंड एक्स आर इन ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शंस, दिस इज अ नोन फैक्ट, ठीक है। लेकिन ये वाला काइनेटिक एनर्जी इज मैक्सिमम एट मीन पोजीशन, ये भी करेक्ट है क्योंकि वेलोसिटी मैक्सिमम होता है एट द मीन पोजीशन, ओके। फिर ये दोनों में थोड़ा डिस्प्यूट है, जैसे ये वाला मेरे को साफ पता है कि दिस इज इनकरेक्ट, ये वाला तो मेरे को साफ पता है इनकरेक्ट। अगर ये बोलते कि चूज द इनकरेक्ट वन तो दिस इज द आंसर। लेकिन बात है कि इवन फोर्स प्रोपोर्शनल टू एक्स, ये एक्चुअली फोर्स प्रोपोर्शनल टू माइनस एक्स होता है, लेकिन आई एम अज्यूमिंग वो लोग सिर्फ मैग्नीट्यूड लेके डील कर रहे हैं। आई एम अज्यूमिंग दे आर ओनली डीलिंग विद द मैग्नीट्यूड, दैट इज व्हाई दे हैव गिवन फोर्स प्रोपोर्शनल टू एक्स। इन दैट केस दिस इज also correct statement because force is proportional to acceleration, acceleration is proportional to displacement. वन वाला भी incorrect है, वन वाला would be incorrect अगर वो लोग direction के basis में, अगर मेरे को ये कुछ और statement होता then I would have marked this one as incorrect, क्योंकि f is proportional to minus x, acceleration proportional to minus x और f is proportional to minus x। लेकिन क्योंकि मेरे को उससे ज़्यादा incorrect statement यहीं पे दिख जा रहा है तो मैं ये अज्यूम कर सकता हूँ कि ये लोग सिर्फ मैग्नीट्यूड लेके बात कर रहे हैं, एंड इफ यू आर जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट द मैग्नीट्यूड देन दिस वुड बी करेक्ट, ठीक है। सो आई डोंट नो, ऑप्शंस तो मेरे को जो स्टूडेंट भेजे अकॉर्डिंगली यही है। सो लेट मी नो, अगर ये वाला भी कोई करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट होता देन दिस वुड हैव बीन द इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट, ओके। सो दैट्स इट, मेरे फिजिक्स के यही है। अभी नितिन सर वो टेक ओवर, नितिन सर और केमिस्ट्री के डिस्कस करेंगे। सो जाने से पहले फिर से एक बार सेशन को लाइक कर देना, सब्सक्राइब करना, क्योंकि हम अभी जेईई एडवांस के लिए कैप्सूल क्वेश्चंस वगैरह भी ला रहे हैं। और अगर तुम्हें पूरा डिटेल कोर्स चाहिए उसका लिंक तुम्हें डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिल जाएगा, जेईई एडवांस क्रैश कोर्स का पूरा लिंक। नहीं तो हम लोग कैप्सूल क्वेश्चंस भी डालते रहेंगे इसी चैनल पे, तो इसको ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब करना। सो नितिन सर टेक ओवर नाउ।
Yeah, thank you, sir. So I do have like 2 or 3 questions in chemistry. Then after that, maths sir is waiting. Akshay sir is waiting with a lot of maths questions, right? So the questions in chemistry were very easy in this shift. So far, I have not got any question which involved any calculation as such. So this question, ये बताओ guys, इसका correct answer क्या होगा? In Bohr's model, angular momentum is quantized for stationary orbits, and statement 2, Bohr's model does not follow Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. So which of these statements are correct? Which of these statements are correct? Both 1 and 2? 1, 2, or so like Amar, you said option 2 is correct. What about option 1? What about option 1? In Bohr's model, angular momentum is not quantized. Is it quantized or not? So it is quantized, okay? So remember, only those orbits are allowed. One of the postulates, so I've been repeating this again and again, guys, please do not skip Bohr's model, right? Complete it thoroughly. So one of the postulates of Bohr's model is that only those orbits are allowed in which the orbit angular momentum of the electron. Yes, correct, it is quantized. So only those orbits are allowed as per Bohr's model in which the orbit angular momentum mvr of electron is an integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. Right, it's an integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. That is, it is h upon 2 pi, 2h upon 2 pi, 3h upon 2 pi, like that. So yes, it is quantized. You can see the angular momentum is quantized. So this statement is correct. Statement 2, that is also correct. Why? Because it does not follow Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Because Heisenberg uncertainty principle says that you cannot have definite orbits. You cannot have definite path of electron. But remember guys, as per Bohr's model, orbits are circular. As per Bohr's model, orbits are circular, but no. As per Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, orbits cannot have a defined shape, right? So this is incorrect. So statement 1 is this is correct. So this is also correct, and this is also correct. As per Bohr's model, angular momentum is quantized, true, and Bohr's model does not follow Heisenberg uncertainty principle, that is also true, right? Okay, so this was one easy question that we got from chemistry. दोनों सही हैं. Yes, Mahmood. दोनों सही हैं. Both statements are correct. This is one question. Now I do have one question from organic. Let us see. So a very easy question from amines. So diazonium salts are very important topic, guys. A lot of questions come from diazonium salts. Amines. So aniline, when it reacts with NaNO2 and HCl, okay, then it gives an intermediate, let's say X, and that intermediate, if it reacts with NN dimethyl aniline, then what is the major product? Is that clear? So that is what you have to tell. So very direct, easy question it is, right? Such reactions are given in NCERT book also. So when you react a primary aromatic amine with NaNO2 and HCl, so it's diazotization. So you get this, right? You get this, and when it reacts with NN dimethyl aniline is the substituted, right? Aniline. NN dimethyl aniline is a substituted aniline, so this one, okay, right? This one. So the coupling occurs at para position, right? Coupling always occurs at para position because at ortho position there is a steric hindrance. At ortho position there is a steric hindrance. यहाँ पे steric hindrance है तो coupling यहाँ पर नहीं होगी. Coupling कहाँ पे होगी? Para position पे होगी, ठीक है? तो it's very easy. I'll draw the final product which we call dyes because they are colored compounds, right? All right, so this would be the final product. Is that clear, right? So these were the two questions in chemistry I had. Now I think we have Akshay sir with some questions from maths, right? Yeah, thank you.
So hello students. बंद हो गया, चलो. Hi students, are you all able to hear me? All right. So I can see there are 6 to 7 questions in mathematics that I will be discussing it with you, and then we'll be wrapping up the sessions. So we can find that the questions and the level of the question that we have got till now are a bit easier question in comparison to the shifts that we have seen on 10th of April as well as on 11th of April. So these are comparatively today's shift and the previous day also. Previous day evening shift was also a bit easier in comparison to the few previous day shifts. Okay. So let us first of all discuss the questions of the mathematics, and then we will be moving ahead for wrapping up the sessions. Okay. So what I can feel here, let me discuss first of all the questions of the mathematics, and then I'll be wrapping up the session. So here is the first question in front of you. Let us start with the very first question, which is already there in front of you. And in this question, this is a question from the matrices, and this matrix is having a order m. and has a determinant value m raised to the power minus n. Okay, so let us start with the solution of this question. Start with it. All right. So a matrix A is given to you which is having the order m cross m, and the determinant of this matrix is given to you as m raised to the power minus n. M raised to the power minus n. The value of the determinant, this is determinant. Inside the determinant we have n, then we have adjoint, then we have inside the adjoint we have again adjoint, then inside the adjoint we have MA. We have MA. Alright, is this clear to you? Okay. So this value I need to determine. So if A is having this order m cross m, so its adjoint will also have the same order m cross m. And if I want to take this n outside of this determinant, so from the first row, from the second row, from the third row, from the fourth row and from the mth row, this n would be coming outside, which will be equals to n raised to the power m. So my dear students, it will be n raised to the power m. Are you all able to understand? Suppose if it is having the order 3, so n cube would be coming outside. If it is having the order 2, so n square would be coming outside. Since it is having a order m cross m, so n raised to the power n into n into n into n, n raised to the power m will be coming outside. Okay. And inside it will be adjoint, then we have again adjoint, then we have m of A. I hope this is clear to you. Now if this is clear to you, we know that determinant of adjoint, we already know this formula if you remember. Determinant of adjoint A is equals to determinant A raised to the power n minus 1, where n is the order of matrix. Where n is the order of matrix. Here order is given to us as m. So therefore determinant of adjoint of something will be equals to determinant of this something raised to the power m minus 1, raised to the power m minus 1, and we already have n raised to the power m outside of it. Now what we need to do, we again have determinant of adjoint ma, so that will also be equals to determinant of ma raised to the power m minus 1. 1 m minus 1 is already there, 1 m minus 1 you would be writing again, so that will be converted to m minus 1 whole square. Guys, are you all able to understand how we have written this? Now if this is clear to you, then what we need to do, I want to take this m outside, and A is having a order m, so therefore if m would be coming outside, it will be raised to the power m. Okay, it will be raised to the power m. So here what we can see here, it will be n raised to the power m, and then it will be m is taken outside, and A is having a order m, so therefore m raised to the power m will come, and along with that m raised to the power m, it will have the power m minus 1 whole square. I hope this is also clear to you. Now we are only left with determinant A raised to the power m minus 1 raised to the power 2. Now we can just put the value of determinant A. Determinant A is m raised to the power minus n. So therefore we will be writing here n raised to the power m, then it is m raised to the power m times m minus 1 whole square, and we can write the value of determinant A, which is m raised to the power minus n. M raised to the power minus n. So I hope you are able to understand this. Here also we have the same base, here also we have the same base. So we can actually add the values, add the powers. So here what we will observe, n raised to the power m is there in the option A, option B, in the option D also, n raised to the power m. And m raised to the power m minus n into m minus 1 whole square, m minus 1 whole square is only present in the option A. So that is why option A will be the final answer. So guys, are you all able to understand? If I multiply these two, then the powers will get added, and if I add the powers, it will be m minus 1 whole square, so which is already written here, and n raised to the power m, so which is given to us in the option A. I hope you understood the process that is to be applied in this question, and then we can go ahead for the next question. Okay, so can we go ahead for the next question? I hope you all are able to understand this. That is why we are moving ahead to the next question. This question we already have determined, we have already discussed. So in this question there is a triangle given to us with these three vertices, triangle A, triangle B and triangle C. So I will determine the altitude AD, then I will determine the altitude BE. After determining these two altitudes, after determining these two equations of altitudes, I'll determine this orthocenter. This is the H, and this h is having alpha comma beta. So basically we need to just determine the orthocenter of the triangle. This was the question given to us. Okay, I hope you already have understood this question which I have explained to you. So in the start of the video only, this was the very first question that I discussed with you. Okay, I hope you can see the solution from there. So I'm not discussing the same question again. Now I also want to discuss with you one question, just I'm taking back. I also want to discuss with you one question. This is also a question, there is one question which is written, yeah. So this question I want to discuss with you, okay. So let us start with the discussion of this question. In this question, the number of solution of the equation, there is an equation given to us, and this equation consists of modulus. So here we have modulus x, here we have mod x plus 2. So basically there are two critical points of this particular equation. Can you see the two critical points? So the two critical points on this equation will be, one is x is equals to 0 and the other one is x is equals to minus 2. So these are the two critical points which are written here. Once we have these two critical points written here, so we need to consider three cases. Very first case is when we are taking x less than or equals to minus 2. Second case I need to consider when x is between minus 2 and 0. And the third case that I want to consider, is x greater than or equals to 0. So when x is less than or equals to minus 2, suppose the value of x as minus 3. If x is minus 3, will this modulus be negative? Yes. Will this modulus be negative if I put the value of x as minus 3? Yes. So in this situation, x into minus x will appear, and here we will have minus times 5x plus 2, and here we will have plus 6 is equals to 0. So what will happen here? It is minus x square, then it is minus 5x, then it is minus 10, and then it is plus 6 which is equals to 0. So what we can write here, we can write minus 10 plus 6 which is minus 4, and if I try to take this negative common and take this negative to the right hand side, I will be having x square, then it is plus 5x, and then it is plus 4 is equals to 0. Now can I factorize this x square plus 5x plus 4? Yes. So there will be two factors, x plus 1 into x plus 4. Now there will be two different values of x. One is x is equals to minus 1, other is x is equals to minus 4. Now what you can observe here, x is equals to minus 1 is not satisfying this inequality. Do you think that x is equals to minus 1 is less than negative 2? No, it is not less than negative 2. Other solution is x is equals to minus 4. Yes, x is equals to minus 4 is less than 2. Therefore, this particular x is equals to minus 1 will be rejected and x is equals to minus 4 will be accepted. You can also check here that if I put the value of x as minus 4 in the question, if I put the value of x as minus 4, then you can easily observe that minus 4 will satisfy this equation. Suppose here if you put minus 4, it will become minus 4 into plus 4. So minus 16. If you put minus 4 plus 2, it will be minus 2, but due to the modulus it will become plus 2. So it is minus 16 plus 10 and then plus 6. So minus 16 plus 10 plus 6 will again be 0. That means minus 4 is satisfying this equation. Now let us consider the case 2. In the case 2, we are considering x between minus 2 and 0. Suppose x is equals to minus 1. If I put minus 1 here, value inside the modulus will be negative. Yes, negative. If I put minus 1 here, x is equals to minus 1. Do you think that value inside the modulus will be negative? Yes. No, it will not be negative in the second case. So this mod will be taken with the negative sign minus x square, and this mod will be taken with the positive sign plus 5 times x plus 2, and then we have plus 6 is equals to 0. We will be trying to solve this quadratic x square plus 5x plus 10 plus 6 is equals to 0. So here it is minus x square, then it is plus 5x, and then it is plus 16 is equals to 0. I hope you are able to understand this. Now let us take this negative common. It will be x square minus 5x minus 16 is equals to 0. Now I just want to get the value of this. If I try to find the value of x, so I will be able to get the value of x as this is actually written 16. 16 is 4 into 4. Then we can also say 8 into 2. Okay, so we are not able to factorize with the help of middle term splitting. So I will just apply the quadratic formula minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac. So it will be plus 4ac, and this is whole divided by 2a. Now 64 plus 25, that will be converted to 89, square root of 89. So here we have 5 plus minus, then it is square root of 89, and this is whole divided by 2. This is the value of x which is given here. So there will be two different answers over here. One is suppose here we have 5 plus minus 9 point something upon 2, and 5 plus 9 will give me a 14 upon 2, 7 point something. Do you think that 7 point something is part of this interval? No. And let us consider in minus also. So 5 minus 7 point something upon 2. Okay, so if I take 5 minus 9 upon 2, so 5 minus 9 point something will be actually minus 4 point something, and minus 4 point something upon 2 will not be the part of this interval. So that is why these two cases are rejected. We will not be getting any of the solution from here. Are you all able to understand this? And guys, I request you that if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe it, and please like the video also. That really motivates our team. I hope you are able to understand how to do the second case. In the second case, we are not getting a particular value of x which belong to this interval and satisfying the same equation which is obtained here. Now let us consider the third case when x is positive. Suppose I am keeping the value x greater than 0. Suppose I am keeping the value of x as 1. So in that case, the quantity inside the first modulus will be positive. Quantity inside the second modulus will also be positive. So I'll have x square. Then I will have 5 times. It will be x plus 2. And then I will have plus 6. And then it will be 0. So in this situation, it is x square. Then it is 5x. Here we have plus 10 plus 6. It will be plus 16, which is equals to 0. Now this particular equation, if I try to factorize it, okay, so this will have the value of the discriminant negative. So here d is less than 0, so no solution, no real root we are getting. That means if they are asking us the number of solution for this equation, so the number of solution that we have got from all the three cases are only 1. Are you all able to understand this? Just say yes or no. Okay, are you all able to understand this? Just say yes or no. If you are not able to understand, please put some comments in the comment section. I can re-explain it to you once again. But you just need to tell. Bring an interaction in this video session, because that really helps me out. That really motivates me if you bring the interaction in the comment section. So this was a question in the JEE Mains today. Now let us consider this question. There is a function given to you, and in this function, they are asking you the domain of the function. And they are telling that the domain is closed interval alpha to beta. If you have got alpha beta, then they are telling you to get the value of 10 times alpha minus beta. So how will you be able to find the value? Here what we need to do, if I need to get the value of the domain, so what all step do I need to apply here? The very first is quantity inside the logarithm should be positive. The first one. So quantity inside the logarithm should be positive. So if I want to get the value of the discriminant from here, okay, if I try to get the discriminant, I'll observe that this discriminant is positive, this discriminant is negative. So this particular expression is always positive for x belongs to real. So in the first case, even if you put any real number x, suppose if you put x is equals to 0, or you put x is equals to 1, or you put x is equals to 3, for every real number x, this particular expression will always be positive. And graph of this parabola will lie always above x-axis. That means this particular equation will always be positive. So for all real values of x, this equation will always be positive. This is the first solution. Now moving ahead to the second solution, that is sine inverse. You all know that the quantity inside the sine inverse should lie between minus 1 to 1. So 4x plus 3 should lie between minus 1 to 1. In this particular case, we need to get the value of the 4x. So 4x will lie between 1 minus 3, that is minus 2. And here if I subtract minus 3, it will be minus 4. So the value of x will lie between minus 1 and minus half. So the value of x will lie between minus 1 and minus half. Is this clear to you? So this is the domain number 2. This is the domain number 2. Now we are talking about the third case. The quantity inside the cos inverse, so 10x plus 6 upon 3, should lie between minus 1 and 1. Then in this particular case, 10x plus 6 should be between minus 3 and plus 3, and the value of 10x should be between minus 3 and minus 9, and the value of x should be between minus 3 over 10, and here it is minus 9 over 10. So the value of x should be between minus 9 over 10 to minus 3 over 10. I hope this is also clear to you. Alright, now what we need to do, this is the first domain, this is the second domain, this is the third domain. There are three functions involved in it. Now we need to actually take the intersection of the first domain, second domain and the third domain. So the intersection of these three domains, that means the common part of these three domains will be the final answer. Guys, do you know what should be the final answer over here? So the final answer over here after taking the intersection will be domain of the function f should be between minus 9 by 10. So minus 9 by 10 is written over here, and it is maximum going till minus half. This is the common part that we are getting. So we got the value of alpha here as minus 9 by 10, and we got the value of beta here as minus half. Once we get the value of alpha and beta, I'll substitute here alpha and beta over here, and then I'll be able to get the final answer. So are you all able to understand how we got the answer of this question? Just put your comments in the comment section. Are you all able to understand this or not? Say yes or no. Just tell me about that. All right. If this is clear to you, then we are moving ahead to the next question. Okay, we are moving ahead to the next question. This question I already had discussed, so I'm not discussing this question again. Just I'm taking the another question. I'm picking up the another question. Just a minute. Matrix question also I had discussed. Ortho center question also I had discussed. Now let us take a question from topic permutation and combination. Okay, let us take the question from permutation and combination. So how many 3-digit number? So basically this is very important. You need to create a 3-digit number. And guys, you know, this type of question is asked in every shift. Permutation combination question, create 3-digit number, find the rank of this word. So these type of questions are in every shift, these type of questions were there. Okay. Now these are very simple question to do. How many 3-digit numbers are there? So they are asking to create the 3-digit number. Can be formed which are divisible by 3. So the concept is, if it is divisible by 3, that means the sum of the digits should be divisible by 3. Now using the digit 1358, so you only have 3 digits to use, 1358, and repetition is allowed, so you can actually repeat the digits. Now what you will observe here, if I consider the case number 1, in the case number 1, if I take all digits same, if I take all digits same, so can I get a 3-digit number? Can I get a 3-digit number? Can I get a 3-digit number which is divisible by 3? Yes, definitely I can get. Suppose I keep all the 3 digits 1. So yes, it will be divisible by 3. If I kept all the 3 digits 3, yes, it will be divisible by 3. If I keep all the 3 digits 5, yes, it will be divisible by 3. And if I keep all the 3 digits as 8, yes, it will be divisible by 3. So there are 4 numbers in the case 1. There are 4 3-digit numbers in the case 1 which are actually satisfying the given property that the number should be of 3-digit and it should be divisible by 3. If this is clear to you, now let us consider case 2. In the case 2, what we need to do? So in the case 2, what we need to do, if we have 2 digits identical, if 2 digits are identical, so if we have 2 digits identical, so if I have 2 digits identical, so can I keep 1 1? Can I keep 1 1 and the third digit? So if I keep the third digit 3, then it will not be divisible by 3 because the sum is not divisible by 3. If I keep the third digit 5, then also not divisible by 3. If I keep the third digit as 8, then also it is not divisible by 3. So that means in this particular case, if 2 digits are identical, then using 1 1, you cannot create a number that is divisible by 3. So let us consider using 3 3. If I place 3 3, then 3 3 1, 3 3 1, will the number be divisible by 3? No. 3 3 5? No. 3 3 8? No. The number will not be divisible by 3 if we pick up 3 3. So that is why we are eliminating this case also. Now let us consider 5 5. So with the help of 5 5, can you create a number which is divisible by 3? Yes. So 5 5 8 will help me out to create a number which is divisible by 3. And 5 5 3 will not be divisible by 3. 5 5 1 will not be divisible by 3. Let us consider a number with the 2 digits same, 8 8. So 8 8 is 16. 8 8 1 not divisible by 3. 8 8 3 not divisible by 3. 8 8 5 not divisible by 3. And 8 8 1 17, 8 8 3, and it will be 19, 8 8 5. So 16 plus 5, 21. Yes. So 8 8 5 is divisible by 3. So there are 2 cases. There are 2 cases if 2 digits are identical. Now I want to consider the case number 3. In the case number 3, if all are distinct, So if all are distinct, how many cases do we have? How many cases do we have? Okay, so if all are distinct, then in that particular case, suppose I have taken 135, because 135 will generate a number that is divisible by 3, and I can take 183 also, 183 also, because that is also divisible by 3. Other than this, suppose 358 is left. If I try to take 358, it will not be divisible by 3. Okay, so these are the two cases which are distinct, in which we are considering the distinct digits and that are divisible by 3. Now what I want to tell you, suppose if I try to arrange these, so they will be 4 only. Here they will be 4. And if I try to arrange this, so 8 can come in the first place, 8 can come in the second case, 8 can come in the third place. So there are 3 ways to arrange. There are 3 ways to arrange this. So that is why, so the total number of numbers can be formed as 6. And here this can be arranged by 3 factorial, this can be arranged by 3 factorial. So 6 plus 6, it will be 12. So 12 plus 6, 18. 18 plus 4, 22. They have asked how many there are 3-digit numbers. How many there are 3-digit number which are divisible by 3 and which are formed with the digits 1, 3, 5, 8. So the answer will be 22 in this case. Guys, are you all able to understand how we got the answer as 22? Just say yes or no in the comment section. Please put the comment in the comment section. Yes or no. Okay. Your comment is really required, because then only we'll have the interaction. Then only I'll be able to know that you people are listening to me or not. Okay. Thank you so much for listening to me. We are going ahead for the next question. Can we go ahead? Just put your comments. All right. So I am moving ahead to the next question. Thank you so much. Now here we have another question in front of us. Okay. In front of us we have another question, and this is from the area bounded between two curves. Area bounded by the first curve. Do you think that this curve is a parabola? Just say yes or no. Yes, this is a parabola, and this is y square equals to 3 upon 2x. Now there is a line x plus y is equals to 3 outside the circle. So there is a circle. All right, above the x-axis, and this area is a. So if this area is a, we need to get the value of 4 times pi plus 4a. So this is a question that we need to follow. So how will I be able to solve this? So basically, first of all, I'll draw the x-axis and y-axis. This is x and this is y. Okay, next, y square equals to 3 upon 2x. So this will be a parabola. All right. Now we have the line x plus y is equals to 3. We have the line x plus y is equals to 3. Next, outside the circle, okay. So x plus y is equals to 3 will intersect the x-axis at 3, 0. Now this circle is having the center at 3, 0 and the radius will be root 2. So here we have 2. Suppose they are intersecting at the point 2 or not. I just want to check it, okay. Suppose if I keep the value of x as 2 over here, then the value of y will be 1. Okay, so 2 will be around about here. 1, 2. Okay, so this will be a circle. This will be a circle of a blue color, which has a radius of root 2. All right. So this is a question. Basically, this is a diagram that is to be followed here. Okay. One thing I have done the error over here. One error I have done. So the y square equals to 3 by 2x will not be a circle of this diagram. Will not be a parabola of this. And you have not told me about that. ये ऐसा parabola थोड़ा ना बनेगा. All right. So which type of the parabola? It will be opening its mouth towards x-axis. All right. Thank you. वही मैं सोच रहा था. There is a mistake in this. All right. Now this is a parabola. So outside the circle and between the line above the x-axis and inside the parabola. So this is the required region that they are asking for. I'm just shading the required region. This is the required region that they are asking for. Is that clear to you? Just say yes or no. All right. So how will you be able to get this area? So because the area of this region is capital A. Capital A is the area of this region. So bacha, how to get this area? Can you please help me out? How to get this area? Hurry up, tell me about this. जल्दी से बता दो कैसे निकालना होगा इस एरिया को. अच्छा, इस एरिया को निकालने का जो तरीका है ना, the best way to evaluate this area. You can take the help of parabola also, you can take the help of line also, and you can take the help of circle also. Okay, so first of all, determine this coordinate. I can give you the concept basically how to get the area. First of all, determine this coordinate. Okay, once you have determined this coordinate, so from 0 to this, from 0 to x1, find the area under parabola. Now from x1 to x2, find the area under the line, and from this to this, subtract the area which is inside the circle. So this can be one of the method to actually solve this three integrals to get the area. So the most important is, first of all, find the point of intersection of the line with this parabola. We know that if I try to solve this line, x plus y is equals to 3, and if I try to solve this y square equals to 3 by 2x, I'll observe that this is a point in which I am getting the value of y as 3 by 2 and I am getting the value of x as x1. Here I am getting the value of x as 1. Okay, this is the one point. Now we just need to find the point of intersection. We just need to find the point of intersection of this line with a circle, and in this way we can proceed. Okay, so this is the best way to actually proceed with it. Is that clear to you? Just say yes or no in the comment section. I'm waiting for you guys. Please let me know, are you able to understand this or not? Are you able to understand this or not? Just say. Okay, so you can find the point of intersection. I have find out here. You can find the point of intersection with the parabola and circle. Then from 0 to 1, you will integrate this parabola. From 1 to this point, suppose this is a point 2. From 1 to 2, you will integrate, if I keep the value of x as 2, then the value of y will be 1. Okay, definitely, yes, this is the point 2. So from 1 to 0 to 1, you will be integrating parabola, under area of the parabola. Then from 1 to 2, you will be integrating line, from 1 to 2, under area of the line. And you need to find this also. So this is a point basically 2 minus root 2. No, this cannot be 2 minus root 2 because this distance is root 2. So this is 2 minus root 2 and I want to get this distance. So 1 minus 2 minus root 2. So root 2 minus 1. This is root 2 minus 1. Okay, this distance. So it will be 1 plus let me get this coordinate first of all. So here we have 3. From this 3, we need to subtract this root 2. So it will be 3 minus root 2. Okay. So the coordinate is 3 minus root 2 basically. Okay. This is the 3 minus root 2 coordinate. So here what we need to do, we need to subtract from 3 minus root 2 to 2. 3 minus root 2 to 2 y of circle. So the area inside the circle we need to subtract. So this integration we need to solve and we will be able to get the final answer. Okay. So under area of parabola plus under area of line minus under area of circle. That will give me the required area. I hope you are able to understand how we have to solve this question. Are you all able to understand this or not? Just say yes or no in the comment section. Bachcho, just say yes or no in the comment section. Okay. If you are able to understand, we are moving ahead for the next question. अगले क्वेश्चन पर बढ़ रहे हैं. अरे ये तो पूरा आंसर ही दे दिया इन्होंने. ओके, तो इन्होंने एक मैथमेटिकल रीजनिंग का क्वेश्चन था. दिस वाज अ क्वेश्चन और इसमें बेसिकली शायद से वी नीड टू अप्लाई द प्रॉपर्टीज एंड फाइंड इक्विवेलेंट स्टेटमेंट था. फाइंड इक्विवेलेंट स्टेटमेंट. So this was a question and find equivalent statement. There were 4 options. 4 ऑप्शन दिए हुए थे. उन 4 ऑप्शन में से एक ऑप्शन को मैच कराना था. तो बहुत ही आसान है. P and Q and negation P and Q is given to you. So first of all, I will apply the De Morgan law. On applying the De Morgan law, it will become negation P or negation Q. Then I will apply the distributive property. Q and negation P, Q and negation Q. And this Q and negation Q, what we can observe, this is an empty set. This is an empty set. So basically here we have P and here we have AND operator, here we have Q, then we have AND operator and we have negation P. So basically here we need to take the union with empty set Here we need to take the union with empty set. Okay, so this will only be left. Now we will be trying to solve this P and Q and then P and negation Q. So P and negation P will be again empty set, and if you want to take empty set with intersection common with the empty set, Q is taken common with the empty set, so again it will be empty set. So the final answer will be the empty set. That is a fallacy of this question. This is a mathematical reasoning question given to you. We just need to apply the De Morgan law and the distributive law. Hence, we will be able to get the empty set as a final answer. This is the complete answer given to you, but the question is this one only. This is the question, okay? So 2 or 3 step question, hardly it will take 1 minute of yours to actually get the answer. And if you also try to do this question with the help of creating the truth table, then also you'll observe that each and every row of the truth table is coming false over here. So that is why it is a fallacy, and we are getting the result as empty set over here. Is this clear to you or not? If this is clear to you, then we are moving ahead. We are moving ahead to the next problem. All right, just a minute. We are moving ahead to the next problem. I cannot find other problems over here. Just a minute. I think all the problems have been covered till now. We have considered all the problems of the mathematics. Yeah, domain 1, number of solution, mean and variance, probability. All right. So round about today in our class, we have discussed around 10 questions. We have discussed around 10 questions. So these are the 10 questions that we have got as a memory based questions from the students. Okay. Other than these 10 questions, we have not received till now in the mathematics part also. Okay. So I wish you luck, students, and I hope that you all have written the JEE Mains examination. Please put your comments in the comment section. Have you given the JEE Mains examination? Say yes or no. And if it is so, if you have given your JEE Mains examination, so I wish you luck. And if you are about to give the JEE Mains examination, then also I wish you luck. So stay connected in this YouTube channel, that is Infinity Learn JEE. We'll be coming up with more videos in this channel. And thank you so much everyone for joining this live session. It was really a good session with you guys. We'll be coming live again in the evening shift also. In the evening shift also, we'll be discussing the papers, questions as well as the solution. And today is the last shift that is left. And after this shift of JEE Mains, we will be coming live again and again for teaching you for your JEE Advanced preparation. Okay, so both the courses of the JEE Mains and the JEE Advanced would be coming onto this YouTube channel. So thank you so much everyone for staying connected with us. Thank you once again, and take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day. I am going to end this session now.